Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO at the Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce. And we brought you this series so that you can meet amazing local experts and business owners right here, accessible to you, wanting to connect with you in the community. So let's bring out our guest today. I feel like everyone already knows our amazing guest, but this
Hi.
is Stacie Hedges of SH Business Stylist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Katie.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's a pleasure. And I kind of introduced you like that. I feel like you're already so well known in the community. You volunteer, you're out and involved in so many different things. So a lot of folks out there probably already know you like me. But for those that don't, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and SH Business Stylist?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. So I came out to this beautiful desert 13 years ago for work, and I had never visited the Coachella Valley. And I interviewed with my districts and regionals, and I was like, yeah, great. I'll take the job promotion. And it turned out to be a wonderful story and a wonderful place to land. And I love living here. And I feel the more I've gotten involved in the community and out there, the more that I really love the Coachella Valley with all of my heart. And it's a great place to be. It's a great
Oh,
place to raise a family.
yeah.
And, new and exciting things are always happening. And we're constantly growing and evolving, which I think is why I love it even more.
I couldn't agree more. And you've just brought so much vibrancy with you. I know the valley is already so special, but it's nice to see folks like you, leaders like you, move to our area and the way that you're helping our community and working with our local business community is really powerful. So we thank you for that. So SH Business Stylist, tell us a little bit about first, where did the name come from?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny thinking of a name for a business, but I wanted it to articulate all the things that I bring to the table and I can do to support, again, our local business community. So my background being in, project management, event management, styling, interior decor, and visual displays, I thought, this really makes sense to be a business stylist. And I put my initials on it because it has my own spin
Yep.
on what that looks like. And just making sure that for every brand, every business, every service provider, that they have an image that articulates what they're trying to say. So when you see them out in the public, or
Yeah.
you see their business, their brick and mortar, you get a quick snapshot of what that is all about.
That's right. Yeah, I love that, how that all comes together so well. And can you maybe share a little bit of some of the projects that you worked on that you just are really excited about that folks can learn a little bit more and dive into more about what you do and how you do it?
Yeah, so the most recent project that I worked on that I'm really proud of, last month I was working with a local Italian restaurant and they just went through a rebrand. So a rebrand is a great time for a local business to bring me on, because
Yes.
if they don't feel like their position is visually articulating what they want to say, then that's a
Mm,
good time for us to sit down, have a brainstorming session, have a strategy session, and then map out what that's going to look like. And for this
okay.
event, we really wanted to make sure that it articulated not only the business and what the business's core values are, but the owner and what their core values are. So part of what I like to challenge each business I work with is finding a nonprofit partner. So like
Yep.
if it's business stylist, then who's my nonprofit partner and how can I uplift and support them? Even if it has nothing to do with that business per se, but
Right.
it's a person's passion, then
Mhm.
gives um, it gives a humanization to the brand.
Love. I love, love, love that. And what an important message to send about um, lifting up our nonprofit organizations. We're really passionate about that here as well. So I'm hoping everyone who's out there is really hearing, all of the experience and knowledge that you have to offer because things like that really do change the fabric of our valley in such a powerful way. Tell us a little bit about like people who have worked with you in the past. How would they describe you?
Yeah, so kind of the feelings that the businesses that I've worked with feel after are invigorated, passionate, inspired. They kind of get a new lens on their business. You know, just like a relationship, it can get stale after a while. And entrepreneurs, most of the time, they start their businesses because they have a deep passion. They have a desire to do something, to create something. And after a while, that kind of gets stale. It gets boring, dusty. And having me come in with a fresh eye myself and say, you know, why I always start with why did you start this? Like, why did you even get
Yeah.
into how did you get into this? Because in there is the meat and the heart of like why that business needs to be represented and why we need to shout from the rooftops, why they're so special.
So important. Everything you just said just so resonates with me, with the chamber, like with our story, but also of course our members. I think we all go through those times of really being creative, and then you're right, like you said, there could be just a quiet moment or a stale moment or what's next moment. And to have someone like you come in, how special is that to come in and help rebuild that again? Because I got to tell you, from my own perspective of working here at the chamber, there are times when I've said to my team, "Oh my gosh, what if we're out of creativity? What if we've lost it?" And it gets a little scary. And so it's great to know that you could come in and work with us and help us kind of, okay, what's the next level? What's the next step? And to encourage businesses also, for everyone who's out there listening, who's in business, running a nonprofit, to always be thinking about that next step. You
Mhm.
know, be immersed in what you're doing now, but always have your eye on those next pieces. That's really, really powerful. Great advice.
Thank you.
Yeah. And are there any events or things coming up that you would like folks to know about?
Yes, and I was hoping to have tickets today, but on the banner you can see my social media, SH Business Stylist. Please follow along, keep in touch because I have a really fun, exciting event that's hitting the internet. It's going live next week, so stay tuned for more. But just to give you
Thanks.
kind of a teaser to it, it's a local photography studio, and we're making an art night that is all about self-love and expression and body positivity. So,
Wow, I cannot wait.
and we're partnering with a local women's shelter to make sure that we uplift and support them.
Fantastic. Well, as soon as that is ready, we will be sharing with everyone. We want everyone to be involved and participate in that. And you're just always so creative. You bring a lot to the table. And speaking of, I know we talked a little bit earlier, and I'll put this banner up for everyone to see. You are heavily involved in our community. Would you just like to share a little bit about some of these organizations and kind of how you participate and how you help lead as well?
Yeah, I would love to. So I'll start with Women Leaders Forum. I got uh, involved in that last year because education is one of the things I'm super passionate about as a person. I come from a family of educators. My dad worked for Arizona State University, my grandfather for the University of Arizona. And beyond that, we had teachers in our family for the past 100 years. So my thing is I want fairness and equity and education for all. And Women Leaders Forum, that's what they're doing is they're making sure that girls have the ability to go to college. And a lot of times it's first generation, which,
Mhm.
coming from educators, that's I want everyone to have that even if you want to or you don't. So I'm a business member. I love greeting. I love supporting. I like trying to, do whatever I can to get more people into that mix.
Yes.
That's a reason that I joined Women Leaders Forum is because I really believe in equitable rights for education and
Mhm.
particularly for women. Leadership
Fantastic.
Coachella Valley. I'm so excited to be a part of that. I'm best class ever 2024. So that one, we were talking before the call, and getting involved in all of these nonprofits and these movements. That's great. But the bigger
Mhm.
picture is we have real issues in Coachella Valley that we need
Right.
to solve. But when we have a lot of creative and a lot of doers and people together in the mix, we can actually make big change happen. So Leadership Coachella Valley, if you don't know about it, go to their Facebook page, go to their website, check it out. I highly, highly recommend get involved. I'll
Agreed.
be a mixer. Come to a mixer with me. Ask questions. But they are the group that is going to make the change happen in the
That's
Coachella.
right. That's right.
And then the Women's Business Center. So the Women's Business Center is a division of the Small Business Administration, and they're
Mhm.
also funded by Cal State San Bernardino, our satellite right here. So they've got
Sure.
connections to a lot of big business. But what I love about them is they have an It's Your Time program for women and men, both
Mhm.
all genders,
Mhm.
um, that want to get into business. And you go through 12 webinars, you create a business plan, you create financial statements for the next 3 years. And through that
Mhm.
program, I attended and graduated last fall. I was able to apply and receive the California State Dream Fund. So that is,
Congratulations. Yes.
I was 6 months after I got my business license. I applied and got a $5,000 grant from the state of California, and you can too. Going
Amazing.
going through the Women's Business Center through their It's Your Time program, not only, the grant money is amazing, but having that experience and having the knowledge to say, like, I wrote down my business plan, I have my
That's right.
financial projections, I have a goal of where I want to be. I want that for
Yeah.
all of you. So if you haven't checked them out, a great resource and a free resource, the best kind of resource. So they need
That's
all of our
right.
love and support to continue to grow. Um,
Yes. Absolutely. And I just am so appreciative that you shared that. That is it's something that I think can be scary. And jumping, first of all, jumping into your own business, as you know, and a lot of folks out there watching know, just jumping into starting your own business, it's hard and it's scary and sometimes it feels lonely. So what I love about all of these things that you're involved in, there's resources and there's people to help you out, and to know that you are connected and not alone is such an important message. Thank you for sharing those. Really, really cool, and congratulations too on what you won. Mhm.
Thank you. I have to give a shout out though to you, Katie, and the Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce, because really, I think you put it last, but I feel like it should be first. But it's community, and that's the thing that you guys
Oh,
do the very best job of is community, and that is
thank
why I'm
you.
part of all these programs. But what I did is watched you and your chamber and the efforts that you had in 2020, and I will never forget
Thank
one
you.
of those moments in time that you had a choice. You had a choice to rise up, or you had a choice to be scared and pull back. And you rose up
Yeah.
and you
Thanks.
lifted the business community. And I could shout from the rooftops how amazing people are all day.
Wow.
It took a lot of courage. And a lot of people, my husband and I have a construction company, and it was a scary time. All of our contracts were gone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody else had
Very.
similar stories. And having someone that you could watch. I was there watching all your stories, and feeling like, okay, we can get through this. Like, we can do this. Somebody is watching out for us. Somebody has our back,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it's
thank
appreciated.
you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate, hearing that, because it was a little scary. And I think, putting yourself out there can be really scary, but especially during that time, it was just yeah, it was just hard and it was awful. And I think our community also makes it easy to step up and kind of help share, because this really is a special valley. Like you were saying earlier, moving here and really feeling embraced and feeling the love. I mean, we're a tight knit community. It's big and it's growing, but it still feels very much small. And so I love it here too. And I think all the love I get back from everyone here makes it really easy to help speak out and lead in those different ways. But thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot.
You're welcome.
And so now I have two questions left for you. Then
Okay.
they're both really great questions. I know everyone is excited to know more. Um, I'd love to know your why. Like, you started this business. You've obviously been incredible leader in the community. You're helping folks out. You've got really your pulse on what's happening. But what is your why? Why did this even really start for you?
Yeah. Um, so it was a culmination of events, not unlike other people's stories. And for me, it was feeling, I'm a mother and a wife, and we own a small business, and feeling the uncertainty or the aloneness
Mm,
of having a business, and that creative rut that you can get into, and having all of those feelings, and then 2020 happening.
mhm.
And at the time, I worked for a business that totally went out of business. So, and just like the uncertainty of the industry that I had been in and where it was going and what the evolution of that would be, and
Wow.
seeing that what kind of impact, what kind of change could I inflict with the skill set that I had, and how could I help other people to not feel how I was feeling in that moment of, being scared, being isolated, being afraid or uncertain about the future,
Mm.
and make a plan. Let's make a plan together for your future. Let's be
Right.
creative, problem solve, and let's be strategic so that you're not in the situation that I was in. And I don't want that for other people. I want to make sure that they don't have to go through the struggle that I did.
Wow, really beautiful, incredible. And your passions just always shine through. I hope that you know that. I hope you know that all the people who see you and hear from you or bump into you out at events and in the community, like, we can all see your passion really shine through. It's really means a lot, and it's contagious. I mean, those types of things have a ripple effect too. So, all right, your last question is, what is next for SH Business Stylist and for you? Because really, when I see you, when we all see you, we just think sky is the limit. So what can we expect maybe next from you?
Yeah, so I have a couple things in my mind of what I want for, I'm already shooting for 2024, Stacie. But I would love to be more involved in the nonprofit community and like the
Okay.
big galas, retreats, and doing an elevated experience, because I think with
Mm.
the ideas that I have for that are revenue producing, we can really turn the needle and we can get them the funding that they need to make the changes that need to happen here in the valley.
Wow. Okay. My mind is already like thinking of, here's all the folks that can really benefit from you, these ideas, this creativity, and helping our nonprofits. I love taking what they're doing to the next level, because you're right. The more funding that those nonprofits can get, the way our community benefits from their services is so powerful. It is such
Super
a game
powerful.
changer. I feel it really resonates with me because we love our nonprofit organization so much and really see how the services they provide in our valley are what make our valley unique.
Mhm,
Also a reason why people move here, because we
mhm.
have these incredible services and programs. All right, so we're going to watch you take over the world and lead the charge and help everyone level up. I love it.
Yes.
All good things. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing just who you are and what you do and where you're going next and inspiring all of us. We really appreciate you coming on with us today.
Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be in touch soon, my friend. And for everyone who's out there watching, you've got down below social media, how to find Stacie, website, where to learn more. And of course, you'll see Stacie. I can pop it back up at
I
all of
don't.
these amazing community organizations and different events throughout the valley. But thanks again for joining us today, my friend. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, definitely. Thank
All
you.
right. Take
Bye.
care. And thank you so much for joining us today on Live with Your Chamber. It's always so much fun just to share these incredible stories of people that are making our Coachella Valley better all the time, whether that's working with businesses, community, nonprofit organizations, families. It's an absolute pleasure to do this show with you and just bring these stories to you live on a regular basis. And as always, if there's a way that I can help support you professionally, your business, your nonprofit, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what your Chamber of Commerce is here for. We look forward to seeing all of you very soon. Take good care of yourselves and each other.